Because the hijacking of democracy is happening in broad daylight in Stockton.
Can you please keep, excuse my
Oh, it's germane.
interruption.
It's germane.
Keep comments clear, concise,
Okay,
and on
so let me
topic.
make it clear and concise. I believe the mayor is dishonest in her presentation with tonight. I believe the mayor has an ulterior motive. I believe the mayor wants the flexibility for her and her friends to sit in a room at Dave Wong's with the curtain closed and pick who they want from all the different districts that will serve them and bend to their desire and not the public's interest. Thank you, Mayor. A lot has been said. Lots been said. First, let me say again, I echo everything my colleague, Councilman Marika said, and it's not because we met before tonight's meeting and got on the same page. We just both have morals and integrity. Let me say this.
Damn.
You know, I posted on my Facebook today a video and documents to show how one of the council members filed a complaint with the state about Tyler Perry giving money for kids for Christmas, right? Then obviously that person then takes my seat on the committee. What's happening up here, and the reason why you have council members that come out here and have this kind of dissenting dialogue is because we can't trust what we see. It's not like we can trust what we can't see. We can't trust what we see. Because I believe that the mayor already has a designated group of people, and I believe that if you're smart enough to do a PRA, there's a bunch of emails because they're not bright enough to keep it between themselves in just a conversation. Now, let me also go even more clear. I don't need any of these people who can't find people in their own district to lead for their own district to come to mine to lead for them. If you can go out there on elections and knock on every door and ask for votes, you can go out there and knock on every door to find a representative to fill your commissions. If you're too lazy, resign. And if you're not able to maintain moral authority and moral integrity up here, you should be expelled. Mayor, council members alike. The other thing is you have a council member who's not here tonight who don't have nobody on committees. Why? Because unless she gets a text message on what to do, she don't know.
Can
and
we
hold on. No, you
go
asked me
through
to be
the ad
specific.
hoc? We are
You asked
so
me to be
off
specific.
topic.
Okay, let me
This
go back.
has to
Let me go
do
back to the ad hoc. Let me go back to the ad hoc.
No,
Let me go
point
back
of
to the ad
order.
hoc. You
Point
asked me
of
to be
order.
specific. I was being
Point
general. Now let me be
of
specific.
order. Okay.
Ready
We'll-
for me to? I'll go back to the ad hoc. Here we go.
We'll-
I did not ask to resign.
tell
I was
that
not
bitch,
asked to
Jason.
resign. I was not told that I was going to be asked to leave. And obviously, people want constitutional changes because they don't like democracy. They want to rule as a king. We don't want a king in the White House, and we don't need a queen here at City Hall. I'm done.
Bam! Oh! Hammer down on the bitch! Hammer down! Call him Thor! He smited her! Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, let me
Welcome to Port City Uncensored, everybody. Hit the like button. Get it out of the way now so you don't have to wait until later. You know you're going to like it anyway. Welcome to Port City Uncensored. I'm J-Man Jack, your host for the next little bit. Joining me, Scotty and the King NPV. Welcome, fellas.
Hello,
And yeah,
boys.
the city council meeting Tuesday evening was, well, you just saw a little bit on the vice mayor's comments. And yeah, so we found out that the snitch was Brando Villapudua, councilman from District 5, who made the complaint regarding the donation that was received for the Toys for Joy event that Jason puts on every Christmas. And so let's take a look at Brando's response and pay close attention to his speech pattern.
I'm telling you, this shit doesn't. This shit writes
There's always
itself.
two stories to a story. So just
Two
want to
stories to
briefly
the story.
address
There's three
the
sides,
post
bitch.
that the vice mayor put
Hold
on
on, can
social
you pause
media
it before
today.
you go any further?
Hold on.
What was
I was gonna say he said there's always two sides to each story. No. There's three sides. There's one person's side, there's the other person's side, and then there's the truth, Brando.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're saying, young man.
Yeah, but like I said when I posted this, he gives his story about the two stories that are part of every story.
Oh Lord, let's see.
Keep that in mind, but pay close attention to his speech, how he is speaking. Okay, because if you notice when Jason Lee speaks, he addresses the audience. He looks out at the audience. He looks at his fellow council members. Occasionally, he'll look down at a notepad or whatever, but he knows how to address people. Watch Brando. Watch where his eyes are the whole time and listen to his speech because it's funny as shit.
You know, there's always two stories to a story. So I just wanted to briefly address the post that the vice mayor put on social media today. What was said was an attack and a character assassination. It has absolutely nothing to do with robbing kids and joy. The claim is simply not true.
Brando, you stepped up the idiocy by filing a complaint about Tyler Perry $50,000 donation to the Christmas Toys for Joy. Brando wants to rob the kids of joy.
That is why it was deeply shocking and disappointing to hear that someone from this council complained about Jason for doing something so positive for our community. When did helping children become a problem?
From the beginning of this time on this dais, the vice mayor has spoken about transparency and accountability. But when questions are raised and when accountability is required, the pattern has been district to say, look over here instead of over there. That is not transparency.
What
We
are
have
you talking
seen
about?
repeatedly interference in the city business. We have seen conduct that creates hostile work and
Can't
environment
even
for the city
fucking
hall
read
employees.
properly.
Oh, I know.
We have seen interference with the city manager's duties, with
Bro.
violates.
And their hands are taken out of the cookie jar
Pause
and
the day,
access
man.
denied.
Hold on.
They make up propaganda and lies. The tears and finger pointing at Mr. Lee are weapons, and we know that game. Need I remind you?
The
Let her
city
play through
charter.
it.
And we have seen attempts to secure roughly $58 million in the public funding for a nonprofit while serving on this council.
Oh,
And
God.
shame
dude,
on
you're
you for
doing
voting down a
so
$58
bad.
million funding to revive the youth center in District 5, your district. This was lower than low.
We need to seriously reflect on where our priorities are. I have watched Jason at these meetings. I have watched his actions over time. What I consistently see is commitment to truth, trust, and transparency.
Amazed. And I'm like, Jason Lee has to defend himself for being who he is. He can't help it who he is, but he can be anywhere. He doesn't even have to do this. He doesn't have to take the time to be here or be doing this for the kids or anybody else. But it's just unreal how he's being treated. And I think you guys really need to problem solve with yourselves, because you can't teach anything if you can't.
If any one of us receives financial support and it's not disclosed, the law requires transparency. I was not afraid to put my name on paper asking for accountability. That's not an attack. That is doing your job. If anything,
He doesn't do this work
What?
for attention or approval. He does it because he genuinely cares about Stockton and its people. I want to
Solution, Brando, seat is open. Vote him out, push him out, kick him out. Tyler Perry is a very well-known philanthropist and honorable man who deserved the key to the city.
Okay.
Instead, you
Hold
filed a
on.
complaint against him and Mr. Lee. This is low.
words. One powerful example is his annual toy drive for children in Stockton. Every holiday season, thousands of dollars are raised and spent to make sure children who may otherwise be forgotten, experience joy, hope, and dignity. Those smiles are
our
not.
corporate's response should have been, thank you for the reminder to the transparent and accountable to the public. I look forward to the day when we can move past the drama and the social media politics and going back to focusing on our city public safety.
Come and get your fucking shine box.
All right. That was Brando's response.
I really wish you would have just had like his entire like speech uncut, because that would have just made it a lot. I feel like you helped make him look worse than he really looked. He could have just done that entire speech and the entire speech and would have just looked really bad. He should have practiced it. His delivery was bad. I don't know, man. Brando.
Well, yeah, he was. You could tell he was literally reading it because his
He was
eyes were looking down the whole
He
time.
was nervous. Why are you running for? Why are we voting people that are not built to be in office or politicians in political seats of power.
Well, here's
What is wrong with people?
here's something else to consider. Maybe he had a little snoot before the meeting. You know,
What do you mean, Snook?
drink.
Oh, I don't think so. If he had a little drink, he would have been a lot smoother. That looked like he was shitting his pants right there, right when he was talking.
But I
That,
mean,
he is not a public speaker. He shouldn't be a public figure in
that is
Stockton.
yeah,
Why
that
does
is
a
not his long
community?
suit.
Why does an entire district look to this man? Why?
Yeah, it's scary. Well, the last election he didn't have much in the way of competition, so
Oh, Jesus
uh,
Christ!
so yeah, that's part of the problem. Now, in fact, I'm glad you brought that up because there are at least 3 people so far that have registered to run for his seat. Unfortunately, the word on the street has it that Motec has already gotten to them for his side. So that's neither here nor there. I really don't give a shit. However, to all and any candidates that are going after that District 5 seat, that video clip you just saw, the one that 12,000 plus people saw since yesterday, you're welcome. Because I did you guys a big favor, all right? That clip, yeah, I just took a big chunk out of fucking Brando's ass, okay? I put him on display for everybody. So I did those candidates a favor. You could literally take that clip and, run with it. Use it in your campaign since you're going against this guy. Oh, and by the way, like you said, his whole speech, it is available on YouTube, and there's a link in the description if you go to it, and it will take you right there. And yeah, you can see his whole spiel, going. But I wanted to emphasize the fact that people in the audience, constituents, literally were owning him. Because every point he brought up, whether it was the Tyler Perry donation, whether it was the grant money that they voted down, for the teen center, every point he was making, the people already, they had him, they nailed him, It's like, no, this is what's fucking going on. So yeah, I mean, he comes up looking very lame, and then he tries to use excuses. Oh, I'm just doing my job.
No, can I be honest? So, when I look at the council, regardless of whether I agree with Christina Fugazi and her decisions and the way that she's carried herself through her first year as mayor of Stockton, she looks like a politician. Jason Lee looks like a politician. Mario Enriquez looks like a politician. What's the other guy's name? Blower? Blower looks like a politician. That man is sharp. I'll be honest with you. Blower is a sharp man.
He's all business.
He's all business.
Yeah.
There are 3 people currently in city council, one that rarely shows up, and 2 others that I believe are very incompetent, that are literally put in position of power that I don't believe are public speakers. I do not believe know how to carry themselves politically or know how to make any decisions for a large community of people. But for some reason, because they have very little opposition and people, frankly, that just don't have the funding behind them to run against them, they end up winning. That's literally how I believe Padilla, I believe, got into office, right? Didn't Lee endorse Padilla?
Well, no, she endorsed him. She was already in when he ran last year. So she went straight up. She was one of the first people to endorse him. Actually, it was Ponce who got elected last year, mainly because there was a low turnout and things were manipulated and the public.
Did more than 1,000 people vote Ponce in, or was it hundreds of people?
I don't know the exact number. I can look that up, but
I'm curious.
the fact of the matter is, she was against a very well qualified candidate, and of course, 209 Times went out of their way to make the guy look bad, mainly because of his ethnicity. He's Middle Eastern, and they were poking fun of his name.
Are you telling me Stockton is prejudiced against minorities?
Oh, no. The official
They
word?
don't hate
No,
each
no,
other.
never. My God, no. Everybody here loves everybody. Don't you
No,
know that?
everyone hates each other.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack,
Oh,
can I interject? Can I interject?
It's all
oh,
according to the situation.
It's my turn.
If the racism works, they'll use that card. All right, they'll try and say it's something else, but yeah, all these people are full of shit. And you want to know what? You want to know who the most racist people are in this fucking town? Show me the people who complain about racism the most. All right. The people who complain the most about something, and this goes with anything in life, the people that complain the most about something are usually the ones who are the biggest offenders, okay? You have a girlfriend who's bitching about you, who thinks you're cheating on her all the time, and she's constantly nagging you about that. Guaranteed, when you're not around, she's talking to other guys. All right. That's how life works. It's called human nature, people. So these big shots, and I'm talking about the Motex Sanchez's out there, the Sam Fants, the media manipulators who like to wave that shiny object in front of the people because they know the people are like Pavlov's dogs. You wave the right shiny object, and they're going, oh, give me more, give me more. All right. And what you see, what you witness on the city council is exactly the result of that. So, yeah. When people bring up racism and all this other shit, I take it very, very lightly. All right, and I watch what comes next. All right.
So, J-Man, let's incentivize these people to run for office. How much does a city council member make in Stockton?
About 29 grand a year.
29 grand a year, ladies and gentlemen, to be a part-time city council member. I'll add that to your current salary if you got a full-time job. Could be making somewhere near 100 grand a year. Stockton, that's some change. That's a nice chunk of change, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in running, right now would be the time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that job is more like a full-time job.
Is it?
Well,
Is it Ponce? Is Ponce the one that's part-time?
Considering that all that they have to deal with, yeah, they're putting it. I guarantee you, they're putting in more than 20 hours a week. Just the reading alone that they have to do. If you download the e-packet off the city website for the council meetings, you can see all the documentation that they have to read. And you're going to get phone calls every day, messages. You've got meetings to attend to. There's a lot to the job that I think personally, I think it should be full time, and I think they should be paid more. All right.
Can I be honest? I feel like you give a few of these people a little bit too much credit.
Well, you might be right.
I feel like you're giving a few of these people a little bit too much credit.
Point taken. But, okay.
How much they're actually doing. J-Man, if they did half of the shit that you're telling me that they should be doing, do you think our city would look the way that it looks and runs the way that it runs? Because shit would be getting done if they actually operated how you are claiming that they operate. Well, they don't operate like that. Is it Maria? Is it what's their fucking name? Ponce?
Yeah, she missed a meeting.
She really shows up to the meetings.
Yeah, she missed another one. And like Jason said, unless she gets a text message telling her what to do, she don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, she don't read the fucking. You think she'd be downloading all those e-packets and reading all that shit? She don't even listen to it in an audio format. Literally, you can take.
So why is she getting paid?
Because she got elected.
Oh, that's the other thing.
And who elected her?
I think if they miss a meeting, they should get docked pay. They should be docked for that night.
Do they get docked?
No,
Check. They don't get docked?
I doubt it, but they should. Any other fucking job? I mean, would your boss pay you for not showing up?
Hey, sick time, baby. Sick time.
Well,
God bless California laws.
I have no idea what they have as far as benefits, if any.
Christ.
No,
but you can't blame me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
no. You answered your own question. In fact, there's once again we have a situation of how it's supposed to be and how it actually is. You know, and if you look at it on a job performance basis, I mean, you mentioned Blauer. Okay, his quality of work compared to somebody like Ponce. You got night and day there.
Bro, I've seen Lee, Blauer, Mario, all the motherfuckers are on the phone making calls trying to do shit for their district.
Yeah.
You can see it. They talk about it. They literally talk about what they're trying to get done.
Yeah.
But I don't see that. I don't know if it's Michelle Padilla's delivery or or just the way she carries herself but I don't see that impact in her, even though she says she's doing things for the community. I feel like she piggybacks a lot of what other people do who have the connections and have started something, and then she does it with them and then says, oh yeah, I did this for the community. And I just don't feel like it's genuine when it comes from Michelle. However, when it comes to the others, including Christina Fugazi, I feel like it's genuine. Brando, we ain't talking about Brando. Ponce, we both know she's non-existent. I'm literally talking about the other four who I think are genuinely, I think at least decent politicians for Stockton. The other three, I think they should be replaced this term or the next term whenever they're up.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's definitely some replacements that need to be made. Let's take a look at this last clip here.
Thing I do want to say too is that this is an election year, and this is why even more than ever elections are important. Hold on.
What's your point?
Hold on.
Decorum on the dais. We're not allowed to talk about politics or elections on the dais.
Actually, if I can respond to that,
so wait, can I
Sure.
rule first? Okay.
Sure.
So the council is allowed some leeway on that, but it should be germane to the item.
Correct.
That's the only thing I will say.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, so let me make sure it's germane.
Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm not going to let the council off as easy as Councilmember Blauer did, but I'm first going to start by saying that I echo everything that my colleague, Councilmember Enriquez, says. I mean, it's really scary when the audience can guess how we're going to vote. I mean, that speaks volumes in terms of lack of trust, and this council obviously has given the public reason to have questions. It's obvious that you're replacing me with people. It's obvious that you're replacing me with people who are going to bend over for you. This Constitution that the constituents we serve require dissent at times, require opinions, require the position on things that fight for those. When you say spread it around the city, you didn't spread it ethnically because there's nobody black on this committee. So there are of our city. When you look at what's happened over the last year, where they've tried to create a strong mayor city by manipulating, by folding, by bending, by disintegrating our Constitution, it has created so many investigations and so many witch hunts and so many distractions that the priorities of the people have not been at the fore. And one last thing. I have every single commission filled with a person. If there's a council member out there that doesn't, and I believe it was Councilmember Ponce and I believe it was Councilmember Padilla didn't have folks. If you don't have people and you can't find people out of 50,000 people, you ain't working hard enough, you ain't looking hard enough, because there's out there, and I know somebody right now in District 1 who wants to step up and lead, so I can offer help if you need help, but you don't need to come looking in my district for people to add to your charter committee that's just going to be a rubber stamp for whatever recklessness you want to ensue upon the city. None of y'all know the charter. I have read the charter, in and out, continuously read it because I'm constantly following violations of this group in violating the charter, so I have to know it. The one thing that I got from our city attorney who resigned recently was to learn the charter, learn the rules, and know how to navigate this meeting because, you know, the trickery and the lies up here is crazy.
Why the city attorney resign? And I don't blame him for resigning because this is literally a shit show being ran by a bunch of clowns. But yeah, why the city attorney resign?
Well, it's hard to say exactly why she did. She has found other work over in Antioch, a city
Do we
smaller
blame
than
her?
Stockton, and she's getting more money in benefits. So good for her.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Thank God for capitalism. Good for her. We applaud success on this show.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but anyway, the interesting thing, here's something that was brought up this week. We have now the state auditors who are here going over the books of Stockton. These are the people that Jason Lee requested come from the state to investigate our books. So they are here now. People are saying that these people that have left here recently, the assistant city manager, the city attorney, they want to get them out because the auditors are here. And maybe they want to get them out before they start getting questioned and shit. So that has been brought up this week. Just putting that out.
All I gotta say in regards to to this whole situation is I think they're giving the auditors the Wolf of Wall Street treatment. You guys ever watch the Wolf of Wall Street?
Mm-hmm.
They're putting him in a conference room, turning the AC all the way down, giving him a bunch of bullshit to look at, giving them the other stuff that they don't need to look at. That's what they're doing, mixing up files. Oh no, where's this? Where's that? Oh, it might be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I smell dead fish somewhere. Something fishy, super fishy. That fish been dead for more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Rotten carcass.
Yeah. There's definitely odors coming out of City Hall, but yeah. So that's kind of how the meeting was paced the other night. Oh, and the mayor did leave early. Jason wound up chairing the second half of the meeting, and stuff. So and Ponce was not there, so. Yeah, they ended up with 5 people, and at the end there, and so yeah, it is what it is. We got another meeting coming up next Tuesday, and so it should be interesting to see where things go. But yeah, I mean this is how we're starting off 2026 in City Hall, and a lot of people not happy about it, and so that
How long is Christina going to be in office for?
This is only her second year, her and Jason, and
Jason, did they ask Jason to step down?
no, this was regarding the commission, the Charter Review Commission that he was on, and now they pulled him off, and I guess Brando is going to be taking his place, but
Why? How is Brando more qualified than Jason Lee, who owns multiple businesses, multiple properties,
well,
his enterprise? Like, how the fuck? What? How is Brando more qualified? Tell me.
What has the voting block been? Fugazi, Ponce, Padilla, and Brando.
Yeah.
He's part of that voting block. So, yeah, he's going to get the preferential treatment. It's 4-3. Like Jason mentioned, when the public can predict how you're going to vote, at least on the controversial shit, yeah, it's the 4-3 combo that we're seeing now.
I've never met a group of people that are like have shot themselves in the foot more than Christina and this well, fuck we need to give him a name. The
Who?
fumbling four. The Fugazi Four.
Uh, yeah,
The Fugazi Four. The fumbling Fugazi Four.
yeah.
Jesus
They walk around
Christ.
like Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, you know. But yeah. Well, yeah. You could also call it the Lathrop Four, the South Harlem Road Four, or the 209 Times Four, because that's who's manipulating and pulling the strings and who the puppet masters are.
I
So
don't think 209 times that. What the fuck is 209 times gonna do to our city? Why the fuck would they want anything to deal with? I know
power.
Motec tried to.
Pure unadulterated power, okay? Because Motek is a punk who lost 4 elections. Count it, 4 elections. He ran for every office on the ballot, lost every one, okay? His last run was for a fucking stinking school board seat, and he got killed by a woman who was an unknown, and she took 3/4 of the fucking vote. All right, so even though he's got his following, his social media, and all the other fucking bullshit, all right, the bottom line is this guy couldn't win an election if his life counted on it. Not only that, they were 209 Times and him were mentioned in a grand jury report, which clearly said they are toxic to City Hall and should not be involved in city politics. Now, that's the same as saying, like saying you got a foul odor in your house and you call in an exterminator or some expert and they say, "Oh yeah, well you got a big pile of shit sitting there in the corner. Get rid of that, and your problems will go away." Well, not only did they not get rid of that, they gave that pile of shit his own fucking room and put a fan on it so he can blow that odor all through City Hall. All right. And that's why Steve Colangelo, they had to have him in right away. And, you know, he was unqualified. He finally got the fucking boot. But again, when Jason brought out the phone records and, you know, oh, where was Steve? Oh, in Lathrop on South Harlan Road when he made the poison post and stuff. So, again, the evidence, just one after another, it just keeps coming out. And it's blatantly obvious, okay? If these people couldn't win and get elected to office, they're going to run things from behind the scenes. All right. And that's exactly what
Well,
they're
what's
doing.
their agenda? That's my question. I understand it's a pure unadulterated power or whatever the fuck. But what's the agenda? What is the purpose of them pulling the strings? Other
Uh,
than having the ability to
personal,
blackmail and control people. What are
personal
they
profit,
trying to accomplish?
personal profit, and
But
also setting up a Soviet style system where you have one voice. They want to be the only media outlet in town. They want to be the only voice. Their opinion is the only one that matters. And if you're not part of that club, like me, you get the treatment that I've gotten over the last several fucking years. They attempt to cancel you. They talk shit about you behind your back. They stick their nose in your business behind your back. When I can sit here and I have people from ABC, CBS, KCRA, Netflix, Univision, reach out, call me, DM me, whenever they want something, and I have a question, and I confer with these people, no fucking problem. But here we have a so-called media god who doesn't have the fucking balls. You can't even talk to me. You can't reach out to me personally. You know, why? Why? Because you are a coward. Coward, coward, punk, pussy, dickless motherfucker. Oh, yeah. And goes same for your new partner, Sam Fan, a guy who has to go to the Caribbean to find whores because he can't find anyone here to fuck him. No, allegedly, this is true. Allegedly, YouTube terms of service, all right? But I can only imagine how many Puss Uzi reports are on his fucking hog. All right. Yeah, this is who's running your fucking city, okay? All your major decisions are being made on South Harlan Road in Lathrop. And you fucking people that voted for this shit, You know what? I have no sympathy for you. You want your information from them? Go to them. All right, you candidates all running in District 5 or 1 or wherever the fuck you want to kiss his ass. You think that's going to be your pathway to power? Go for it. Go for what you have. I would never tell you to do fucking otherwise. But don't complain. Don't complain after the fact. I don't want to hear shit about any problems you have with the taxes or the condition of the streets or the crime problem or the homeless problem, because every fucking problem you people got and you're complaining about, odds are you voted for it. You voted for the people, and you see the fucking drama up there in that fucking dais now, and thank you. Thank you 209 Times. Thank you, Motex Sanchez, you fucking son of a bitch motherfucker, all right? I hope you fucking get stage 4 ball cancer, and I hope you wake up every fucking night pissing blood, you sorry son of a fucking bitch. On that note, we have some obligations to pay care of, and
And if you're not down for that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it.
yeah, and hit the like button while you're at it. All right.
Oh, God bless you, J-Man. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. I don't know what the fuck that was. He just blew a fuse, ladies and gentlemen. God damn. Here, I got cold water for you, J-Man. Here, take a sip. Take a sip. You need it, buddy. You're on fire. You're burning over there. God damn.
We're going to take a little break, folks, but we're going to do that. And so we're going to let's listen to a little bit of El Dorado Boulevard. This is a special dedication going to City Manager Johnny Ford.
Oh, Jesus. I hope this is positive.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. but don't. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. That's 12 bonus toys. Fair warning, once this starts, your dog will sprint to the door every time they hear a truck. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today, before your dog runs away. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better. Go!
Guys, you're watching the Shady Mob Podcast. This is where we discuss our favorite movies, TV shows, and where we talk about life. Please like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Join us every Saturday and don't miss the waves.
Sonic waves. Watch what you listen to. Listen to me. It's Sonic waves.
Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored!
You're watching the Shady Mob Podcast with your two favorite pod mob stars.
All right, guys, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Microphone check. Shady Mob in the zone, King NPV. Alex sitting on the throne, dropping gems on the mic. Entertainment dissected, movies, TV, culture, fully connected. From the silver screen to the block, we decode the plots. Every twist, every turn, we connect the dots. Pot airs with the bounce, flow rugged and raw. Tune in, turn it up, let the knowledge withdraw. Shady Mob, Shady Mob. Yo, we got the juice, breaking it down. Truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits. Popcorn kernels popping, Hollywood exposed. From the indie hits to the billion-dollar shows. Angela with the deep cuts, King bring the vibe. We dissect the script, watch the secrets collide. Flick sharper than the blade, TV sharper than the wit. Spin the reel, press play. We never quit, Shady Mob in your ear. We keep the pace from the shadows. We rise, entertainment we embrace. Shady Mob, yo, we got the juice. Breaking it down, truth spilling out the booth. From the big screen flicks to the sitcom roots. Shady Mob Podcast, we the illest recruits.
City Uncensored! Hey, you, welcome back!
We are back. Wait, are we back?
Welcome back, everybody.
We're back, baby. We're back.
Yeah, hit that like button. All right, guys. So, the other thing in the news this week is we had our first homicide, unfortunately, and it happened. Not in the not in the best neighborhood. So, we'll take a look at this. Baby right now.
Searching for the person responsible for a shooting that left a 33-year-old man dead in a central area of Stockton. This was yesterday. This marks the department's first homicide of the year, and it happened near South San Joaquin Street and east of Sonora Avenue, where neighbors are now gathering to call for changes and a stop to crime and violence in this area.
Fox 40's Josie Hart was at the scene and has more on the investigation so far tonight.
That victim has been identified, but police are still searching for a suspect and a motive.
We pray over that spot, and we give, we want to take away what evil happened there and replace it with, positive and stuff.
Stockton residents and church members gathered to pray at the corner of South San Joaquin Street and East Sonora Avenue on Wednesday afternoon.
Repay evil with good.
Less than 24 hours earlier, this was the site of a shooting that left a 33-year-old man dead and a suspect still unknown.
Last night, just before 6 p.m., officers received reports of a person shot in the area of East Sonora Street and South San Joaquin Street. When officers arrived on scene, they located a 33-year-old male victim who had been shot. AMR did transport that victim to a nearby hospital. Unfortunately, he was later pronounced deceased.
Officials confirmed that victim was Stockton resident Andre Bragg Jr. Some neighbors claim they witnessed seeing someone fleeing the scene.
witnesses had seen him limping off.
But so far, no arrests have been made, and while police continue searching for the shooter and a motive,
Don't have the exact confirmation on what the victim was doing in that area at that time.
neighbors and business owners here are calling for changes to this neighborhood, which has seen its share of crime.
Not too long ago, there was 2 homicides here. I think actually right here on this block right here, right in front of the building.
The neighbors say any homicide is one too many. They hope the city and police will step in to respond with more investments and more intervention.
Anyone with information on this case is urged to contact Stockton Police. For now, reporting in Stockton, covering local news that matters, Josie Hart, Fox 40 News.
All right. So, yeah. First homicide of the year. And that is not a great area. It's like a block away from the Gospel Rescue Mission. And
Hey man, change the scene.
what was that?
Take this. Stop sharing your screen.
I did. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, so again, this is about a block away from the Gospel Rescue Mission. That whole neighborhood there has traditionally been really sketchy for a long time, right by the Cosmos hotel right there. So yeah, and once again, we have another shooter at large, no arrests made. Add that to the other shooters that are still at large, and yeah, we're off and running for 2026.
Well, I hope it's less than 43. Is that what we had last year?
Yeah, well, we shall see.
I hope we have at most 10.
That would be nice. That would be significant.
That would be a huge improvement. If Lodi can only have 1, we should be able to have at least 10.
Yeah, well, Lodi is a fraction of our size, so you know.
We're like 10 times bigger. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So if they can only have 1, we should only have 10 times their amount, and that's 10. I'm being hypothetical here. I know the number. I'm exaggerating the numbers, but realistically, we have the worst of the worst in Stockton. We're going to be completely honest. That's why literally those numbers are always in the high 40s. I think last year was the first time in a while they hit under 50.
Yeah, and again, nationally, violent crime is down because
So
of.
that has nothing to do with our city council, ladies and gentlemen. I think our police still don't have a contract.
Yeah, that's still a big matzo ball that's hanging out there. So yeah, understaffed department and a criminal element that's going to do what they're going to do. I mean, they said in that news report that they didn't know what this guy was doing in that neighborhood at that. Well, it happened. It actually happened right before the council meeting got started. It was like 5 something, I believe. It was probably just about getting dark around there at that time, I would imagine. So I would say trying to score drugs is one reason people might be hanging around that neighborhood. It's like when you hear about these incidences that happen at 2 in the morning and whatever. Someone mentioned the other day about, you've heard the phrase hugs not drugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No one, and I repeat, no one has ever gotten in their car and gone to South Stockton at 2 in the morning for a fucking hug.
I was gonna say, the DARE program is making a comeback, right?
The what?
The DARE program, DARE, DARE. It's making a comeback. I thought that bitch was dead and gone, but apparently it's coming back. We need to go share the knowledge with these people about DARE, and maybe hopefully they'll find Jesus.
Yeah.
we need to get them high on religion, Jay, man.
Yeah.
praise Jesus and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, well, like I said, the Gospel Rescue Mission was just a block away from where this guy got shot, and I guess some of the congregation were out there, doing their little vigil, and
Oh no.
we see how well that works out,
How'd the vigil go?
Yeah.
I hope it was peaceful.
The what?
I hope the visual was peaceful.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seemed to be from the little news clip there. They're probably all locals from the rescue mission there, and so I don't know what their relationship was to the dude that got shot or wwhatever, but yeah, it's another day, and then there were a bunch of robberies. I think it was Monday. They said there were like four armed robberies. So almost like every day it's something, and if it's not
Can I be honest? I feel like Stockton is just getting worse. Jason should have ran for fucking city council or mayor of Los Angeles at this point, because they ain't no saving this goddamn place. And the people that run the bitch are so ignorant. So ignorant. Literally, it's like it's like you got this dude who don't treat this girl right, buy her everything, but she still want to go out with the dude that's beating her up, being physically abusive, cheating on her, walking out on her, treating her like trash. But this other dude giving her everything, buying her Coach, Cabana, Versace, all this bullshit that like is high end. She don't want that. She want this bum ass dude.
Because she's into thugs, bruh. Just say what it is. These bitches into thugs and fucking lowlifes. It's just how it is. A guy can come along and be like, I can offer you a better life. And she'll be like, sorry, you're not tatted up thug that just got out of Supermax. You don't get me wet like he does. It's the honest to God's truth, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Scotty, is that what Stockton is?
In my personal opinion, of all the people I've known, especially when it comes to the women I've known that are born and raised in Stockton, I think I'm qualified to speak on it because I grew up with chicks who pretty much turned into the most. How to explain this? You can't save a hoe.
I've run into women here that exclusively will only date or be in relationships with ex-cons.
Yeah, so how stupid is that? So it's like this, that these chicks are raised in a culture where it's cool to be into deadbeats, and it's like you got guys pretending to be deadbeats.
We're talking about Stockton. Is Stockton?
Yeah, that's my fucking point. It has to relate. It all relates. That's why I'm saying is that this is who's come up. This is the future. This is the youth, right? So the cycle is going to compete. So why the fuck would I, as a guy like you were just saying, if I could do all that for this broad, why would I do for some bitch in Stockton? Nah, bro, I'm going to get the fuck out of Stockton and go where I'm appreciated because here they're into thugs. And if I'm wrong, then okay, I'll put it like this, bro. If I see a single mom with a bunch of face tattoos and she's like, oh, I'm looking for a man. I need a someone to feed my kids. I'm like, sorry, bitch, you a single mom for a reason. I'm just saying, bro. I don't choose. We don't get to choose who the fuck our girlfriends are, but women they get to choose who their baby dads are. We don't get to choose. They do. They choose us. That's how the game is played. If a girl likes you, that's because she chose you. That's how it gotta be. So if you chose some bum ass motherfucker to have kids with, and not only do you do it once but consecutively, all right, that's on you, bro. So there has to come to a point where we call this hoflation, fatherless behavior, or no father behavior, or whatever you want to call it, because that's pretty much what it is. And how it relates to the culture is that you got the bunch of young guys who pretend to be thugs. We call it thug maxing. We're not. That's not what they are, but they pretend to be this in order to get chicks because that's what they're into. So don't you see how it does relate?
No, we're not talking about that. What we're talking about.
Yeah, we fucking are. You just said, is Stockton always like this? Yeah, it's like this. And it's going to get worse.
I'm comparing Christina Fugazi. I'm comparing Michelle Padilla as those thugs.
They're all out of touch. They're all out of touch. They're boomers. They're old fucks. They don't know shit about how it goes. They can't even fix a fucking computer without an IT support. And they're running the city?
They
really? You're out of touch. You know jack shit, bro.
They
That's
don't
my
need to
point, is that they're out of touch with the youth, so that's why you don't have any young people going in that city council. Jack had an opportunity to go off. No, I'm going to fucking go off. All right, so I'll explain like this, Jen. Why the fuck is in that city council a bunch of old motherfuckers? There ain't no youth in. No, I'm not trying to be rude about but there's a thing where it comes to age gap that different generations. Nelson can relate to my struggles more because we're closer to generations. Some motherfucker who's like city council up, they don't know what it's like to suffer, to struggle like we are. So that's why I find it kind of funny that the reason our city's a shithole is because they vote for the exact fucking policies that fuck the city up, right? So I'll give you an example. Why the fuck are you so pro immigrant or not immigrant? You want a sanctuary city. You want all these people who are invaders, essentially, who aren't even here legally, and say, yeah, come here, you're safe, we'll accept you. But by that definition, you're fucking over the average American taxpayer, because it's like this. It's why the fuck, if you wonder why so many of the jobs in Stockton, I'm going off, man. There's a huge influx of people in Stockton since its inception that are not supposed to be here legally, right? I hear more Spanish than I hear fucking anything else, because realistically, Hispanics dominate the demographics of Stockton, right? So my question being is, what if a large percentage of that population isn't supposed to be here legally, right? So you're talking about the culture. Well, if it's not even just Hispanics. Like, think of in the 80s or some shit, you had the Cambodian Laos war, and you had people who were refugees from that fucking war-torn place come to America. So the point is that you got all these people coming from different parts of the world to Stockton, and they don't speak English, and we have different communities growing up. They're not cohesive. Like Jack was saying, the status quo is that everyone's out for himself. Everyone pulls the race card when it's convenient. And that's just how it goes. We're divided. We have nothing in common with our neighbors. All right, I'm be honest. Jack is a white guy, Nelson's a brown dude, and I'm a mixed dude. So I share heritage with both of you guys. But that's where it ends. But what else we have in common is that we have the same viewpoints, ideology, whatever you want to call it. That unites us. All right. But my point being, though, is that what about people not like us that don't have that same connection? So it's more like people only associate with the people that look like them and shit like that. And that's mainly what Stockton's about. You can't talk about why Stockton sucks without acknowledging the issue is that people are alienated here, and that you have a influx of cultures that don't get along, that fucking hate each other. Am I wrong, gentlemen? We're so diverse. That's not our strength. That's our fucking weakness. So how can we unify, right? How can we unify?
That's not the weakness, Scotty. That's actually
That's a weakness to me.
Well, that's I think that's the wrong perception, because I don't that
wrong perception. Explain.
The issue isn't that we have a large diversity in Stockton. The issue is we don't embrace the diversity that we have in Stockton. Does that make sense?
No, not really. What diversity? We're killing each other all kinds of different ways. Is that the diversity? Like what do you mean by diversity? Like culture wise?
We don't embrace each other. We, like J-Man said.
Yeah, he's right. We don't.
Hold on. There was a candidate that was running for a position in city council, I think against Ponce, who was well more qualified. But because he was of Muslim heritage or whatever, 209 Times basically did a piece on him. Shut that down. That's what I'm talking about. We do not embrace diversity. We in Stockton, there's so much diversity that we're not embracing it, and what we're doing is we're reinforcing it, and we're doubling down on what is familiar to us. If we were more open-minded and more willing to embrace other cultures, trying to help one another, trying to see. So one of the things that I've loved that's happened recently in California is the whole street cart, like street foods thing, where like now you see like all these like people putting up like their own like businesses or whatever, and like their street food, and like selling their street food or whatever, and like just being able to earn a living like that. That's something that other countries they do to like generate income and have a living. That's something that's good for the economy. That's something that's good for people, because they're at least being able to sustain themselves, and some of them actually pay taxes.
Yeah, but that causes issue for other people as well. If you remember, that bill also caused an issue where their generator that they use, the electricity fuel, it would cause air pollution problems for the immediate surroundings to the people, and also they couldn't fucking sleep at night because they're so loud. So it's more like you're making a living, but you're kind of annoying everyone else around you doing that. So when it comes to shit like that, people are cutthroat. And you're right, diversity. Yeah, Stockton's a diverse city, but why the fuck is city council? It seems it's only full of Hispanics. Like you do it right now, it's only 4 out of 2 are diverse. So how the fuck is that diverse? Should you have each council member represent a different aspect? It's always Hispanic, right? I'll put it like this, Nelson. It seems that rich Mexicans take advantage of poor Mexicans in Stockton.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not embrace. That's
Yeah, because they don't want to. It's about the money. Why the fuck would I want to embrace some white guy or black guy or Chinese guy or Arab guy? Nah, fuck you. We're Hispanics. You only care about people that look like us. I'm not saying that's what I think. I'm saying that's the mentality that they have, and you can see that, right?
The Latin American. I'll be real with you. That's the Latin American culture. Latin American culture.
Yeah, and what type of city is Stockton? It's pretty much a Mexican, Hispanic, Latin American influenced city. So thus, that's a large demographic. That's my entire fucking point. Is that it's richer not Mexicans. It's richer Hispanics mainly taking advantage of lower class poor ones. That's why a fucking smart, intelligent, calculating Arab dude can't get a fucking city council because he don't fit their minority, their diversity or their minority status quo, whatever you want to call it. I'll put it like this: I don't care what the fuck a man looks like. If he can do the job to perfection and he was born to do it, then by all means he should be allowed that opportunity to excel and do that job. How the fuck can he do it? Because he's judged by his outward appearance, right? Now it goes both ways. I don't care what the guy looks like, but it seems that people in Stockton care about the guy, what his last name is, or what he looks like, rather than what he can do for the people. Just because he looks like one of you doesn't mean he is one of you, right? You think I'm gonna vote for a white dude just because he's like, hey, my fellow white guys, we gotta get together. I'm gonna take care of that. He's only doing that for the fucking money. You don't pull that race card. Never pull the race card because you alienate your fucking audience. Remember that, boys. I vote for anyone, no matter who the fuck they are, only if they have the same values as I do. But apparently that's not city council.
The other issue is you have a large majority of the city or of the population that is just not informed on local politics. They're
209 times.
No. But
they'll pull out their Instagram phone, see that shit. That's what Jack was saying. It's easier to reach that news source than it is the truth.
This is my big issue with the whole 209.
It's part of him. He's part of the fucking reason why. Ever since I was a kid, I was in high school, and I would always see whenever the fuck something would go on Stockton, I would see his interpretation or twist on, even if it wasn't entirely true. And for me, it's like, I want to hear the entire fucking truth. I don't want to hear your spin on it. Now, you may not like some of the people I don't like, but that's where we don't have that in common.
That's my thing, where I feel like the people in Stockton, and even you guys now, give 209s too much power and too much credit.
He's the biggest media organization in Stockton. What do you mean too much credit? He's had influence on the last couple elections. You have always lived here, Nelson. I have. He's always been there in the background. How do you explain that?
That's fine. But realistically, he isn't Telemundo. He has his only... I understand his reach is in Stockton or whatever, but he... How can I explain this to you? Motech in 209 times reach only reaches those people that are really invested and involved in Stockton politics. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so he's reaching everybody that gives a shit. Why is it only him, though, that's reaching out to them? There's no competitor. There's no alternative source of information until Jack started doing it.
But this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Motech in 209 times doesn't reach the average person like Alex or myself or Doris or Oscar, who lives in French Camp, over in Stockton as well, who's my brother-in-law. Like, we don't know who the fuck Motech are. The only time I have ever heard of these people is from you guys. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Like, he is the biggest media company in Stockton, but that's it. If you're not from Stockton, if you don't follow the ins and outs of Stockton politics, he has no power whatsoever. If it wasn't for him being so intertwined and invested in the whole behind the scenes and being like the biggest media company or whatever in Stockton, he wouldn't he doesn't have any power. The reason why Jason Lee was able to become like vice mayor or whatever,
He left
like,
Stockton. Don't forget that part. He had to leave the city in order to get where he is at now.
even if Motek had done a piece on Jason, Motek would have never. Motek is no match for Jason. Jason is up here. Motek is down here compared to Jason. If I'm going to be completely honest with you,
Oh, yeah.
Motek has no power there. But that's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. You guys give 209 times the Motek way too much power. Where in reality, when people go out to vote when it's an election year, I'll give you 7 times out of 10, more likely than not, they do not know who they're voting for.
And
They're
that's the
voting
issue.
for
They need to know.
whoever is registered as either a Democrat or a Republican or an independent. But they're going for whoever is representing their
And then they
party.
wonder why their city's so fucked up because they vote for whatever the fuck they're told to.
Not even
Amazing.
whoever. No. Not even whoever the fuck. Whoever's name sounds the nicest at times sometimes gets the pick. They literally go into these booths sometimes and they're like,
they just tap whatever fucking button.
That guy sounds like he'd be a great politician for our city.
And then continues to do nothing a year later.
But
What?
no, I'll be honest. Unless it's a major election, like for example the governor's election for the presidential election, even the mayoral election, people just don't know and don't give a fuck. And I'm being completely honest. I'm being completely honest with how things are.
That fucks us over, though.
Yeah.
That fucks us over. We think about who we're voting for. See, Nelson's right what he's saying, but as a people are stupid, a person is smart. An individual can be smart, but people on average are just fucking idiots. So based on that fucks us over because we know who to vote for, who not to vote for, what to look at, yada yada. The average person, like you said, would just fucking click a button for whoever sounds better. But what Jack was saying is that they wonder why their city's so fucked up when they've randomly voted for these situations, policies, whatever you have it, blindfolded, is they have no one to blame but themselves and the people they put into power. So then don't you think that the power that we're saying this guy has is not completely unfounded? Because if he's able to convince half the population in Stockton to vote for someone that he has control over, then wouldn't you say that's kind of power? Because, I mean, it's not like he hasn't been in pictures with the mayor. Oh, right, he has. What about Tubbs? Oh, he didn't he write a fucking slander about Tubbs, and he didn't say shit about Lincoln? Or you see, it goes on and on. So that's why we're kind of pissed off, because we can see the ship is headed towards disaster, but no one wants to listen to us. The fucking captain's like, oh, we're just fine. Don't worry, guys. I got this. How about we need a new fucking captain? You know what the code is? What's it called? If you're at shipwreck and the captain is unfit for his job, there's some article or code that allows the commanding officer to be relieved of his duty, and the second in command takes the captain's place if he's unfit to be the captain, right? So based on that logic, if we see that our city council members are unfit to do their fucking job, and we don't really have 3 years to wait before our city goes bankrupt again, or worse, then shouldn't we not do something about it or voice our opinions, right? So it's like, I'm trying to do the logical math here. And if what you're saying, Nelson, because as we've been doing this podcast, it's been getting worse and worse, our city. So speaking as a guy who's got kids, and right, wouldn't it be in your best interest to find somewhere where you can raise them safely and have prosperity instead of living in fucking fear, right? So what do we do from there? Are we just talking about the problem? What are we going to do?
Well,
Jack Nelson?
Well,
we can educate. We can educate the people. We can find out what policies. One of the things I did want to mention is, have you guys not noticed that whoever runs the most advertisement for props, whether it be yes or no, usually tends to win the vote?
Yeah.
It's whoever runs the most
Good advertisement.
And that's the thing. People don't even people do not understand what they're voting for. They'll just say, and if it's a catchy tune or whatever, vote no on prop whatever the fuck. And they'll run those ads consecutively over and over again where it ingrades it into people. So when they go into voting, they don't they'll read it, and because it's worded in a specific way, it could be a prop that might benefit them. But because they don't understand it or fully get it, and they've seen only ads that have told them to vote no on it, they automatically go in there and vote for no. They do all these things during campaigns or whatever to manipulate your mind.
It's called
to
a
get you
psyop.
to vote a certain way, and it works. It really works. There's
Yeah, it
been
works on
research.
Trump too. You want to know how? How the fuck can people have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome? That's what you're talking about. If I can get you to vote for someone based on some fucking good marketing, then I can get you to hate the president of the United States, and because I'll label him some fucking dictator, some bullshit, right? That's my point right there.
It's not Trump derangement syndrome. It's literally a technique that's been used over the
It is
course
Trump
of
derangement syndrome because why the fuck you got random people
over
hating
the
this orange
course
guy?
of 100 years. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It's been used not just on Donald Trump. It's been used on Nixon, JFK,
Oh yeah,
fucking
all of them.
on Bush, on Obama. Every single president.
How do
has
you not
gone-
fall for it? Don't be a good little
Well,
sheep.
Well, it happens. It happens. Like
I know that's what we have to spot out. We have to look out for. That's why Jack has these books about psyops and you counteract them and how to counter them. Because how do you know you're not being socially engineered, right? How the fuck do you know? Huh?
Well, again, if you ask the average person, and you know, they'll say, "Oh no, I can't be manipulated. Oh no, I'm smarter than that. Oh no, I know what's going on." But in the meantime, you look at the numbers after the fact, and it's like, no, you are being manipulated. Okay, and yeah, the media is a huge part of elections.
CNN,
Okay?
CNN.
Whether it's a presidential or whether it's a city council race right here locally, okay, it doesn't matter. There's media manipulation involved. And the thing is, you know, we're actually a minority, us and like people that go to the city council meetings and the ones that actually try and follow this shit closely. We're a minority. Most people don't follow it this closely. All right, they're involved with their jobs, their kids, their families, whatever every day of their life. They don't spend as much time as we do looking at all this shit. So when election day comes rolling around, a couple days before, whatever, they start, oh, yeah, I got to vote. And who am I going to vote for? And, you know, suddenly a name will pop in. How many campaign signs of this guy did they see? Okay, well, then they'll remember that name. Or radio spots or social media ads, okay?
All that you can get with money. So it's like it's almost like if an NGO can get someone elected.
Okay,
How
now
crazy.
you know why they always raise money. Why fundraising is a part of every campaign. If you don't have that in place, you will lose. All right, it's literally
It's all about the money. Wait, is that how Fugazi became mayor? Because Jason Lee had one hell of a good sponsorship for her to become mayor? Huh? Interesting. Right?
Well,
there you go.
Yeah,
But now
of
they
course,
hate each other.
it took somebody of a caliber like Jason Lee, a personality, someone with name recognition,
Money.
and deep pockets,
And
to
connections.
finance. Otherwise, listen, if Jason Lee was just some
Brandon Villaputa?
some guy who was a plumber or a welder from Stockton here, yeah, Kim Wormsley would still be sitting in that seat. But it took someone of his stature and power and recognition and money to flip that seat, to change a number of election cycles to where that seat was pretty much controlled by the same group of people. And so it took someone of that level to tip those scales. So now what's going to happen in all the other districts? Okay, who has the most juice to put their thumb on the scale?
Who has the most Jews? I guess whoever has the most Jews wins.
We all know
Yeah, he's right, though.
who it is. And before you say I'm giving him too much credit, Fugazi, Padilla, Ponce, all in his pocket, paid for and owned. Brando was, when he ran last time, he paid, I understand, $3,300 to Motec. Not to say anything bad about him. So he was on the fucking payroll, but he fell out of favor on the first vote to get rid of old city manager Harry Black. All right. They had the closed session meeting, and he was supposed to vote against him, but he changed his mind. And, oh, yeah, now you know, him and Motek are like, this far apart. Before that, they were sucking each other's dick. Let's be totally clear about that.
You too, careful.
Everybody in town knows it. Everybody on that fucking city council dais
No, they were sucking
knows
dick?
that.
What the
Everybody in City Hall knows that.
What
all right? And Brando knows that. All right?
Brando knows they were sucking like no tomorrow.
He paid a
He paid to
four-figure
get it.
amount
What?
for the privilege of sucking Motek's dick, okay?
He paid to suck his dick.
He was a bad boy. So now,
I
that's
wonder
why...
if Jason wanted. I wonder if Jason or Mario would want to watch that.
What kind of Game of Thrones gay shit is this? This is our politics. This is like gay Game of Thrones shit, but it's Stockton politics. Yeah, it's Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones.
I think Jason's openly a part of the LGBTQ community, and same with Mario. Both of them are gay men. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't give a shit. Like Scotty
Both
said,
of them have done an excellent job, in my opinion.
if the guy could do
The
the
only
job,
gay guy that hasn't is
do the job.
Brando.
Yeah, it's that simple. And I can tell you who can't do the job. It's a Brando cheeseburger.
Well, yeah. I mean,
The double chin.
yeah, his dick definitely isn't as big as he tries to put it over.
Hey, Jack, were you editing those heavy breathing segments for Brando, or was he just breathing that loud? Because I could feel after every set.
Oh yeah. And his speech patterns and everything very typical of users of people that use cocaine and alcohol as their preferred substances. I'm just putting that out there. All right.
With that being said, boys, I do have to get going. I will catch you guys later.
All right. Hey, we're all gonna get out of here. I'm nursing a cold here. I'm not even feeling good, but I did the stream
Fighting that cold
tonight. So everybody, do your plugs, and we'll wrap this up.
David, are you sure you're sick, buddy? Because you was on fire tonight,
Yeah,
buddy.
man.
You were a fever today.
Yeah. It don't matter. I could be dying, but give me a reason, and I'll be in a mood. But,
There you go, bud.
Yeah,
Guys, go
we-
check out ShadyMob.com. Anyone from the End Zone, Port City Uncensored, everything Shady Mob. Go check out our merch. J-Man's wearing a sweater too. Scotty's going to have his soon too. Be a part of the Shady Mob empire, please and thank you. Also, Scotty, what's coming your way?
A whole bunch of cybersecurity shit that I'm cooking on. So if you got time, be on there tomorrow, Friday, 8 p.m. 8 or 9 p.m. What time is it? Oh, it's 10? Well, shit. Fuck, it might be tomorrow later. It's going to be late at night tomorrow for sure. But remember, it's called, I don't know what the fuck to call it. I'm just going to shout out City Mob Uncensored in Port City. Yeah, I'm working on the title of it. I have to get something catchy, but if you like cybersecurity and Silence of the Lambs type horror, late night documentary, X-Files type shit, I'm your guy, because that's what we're diving into. It's the X-Files, but cybersecurity. Yeah.
All right, that'll be tomorrow. All right, and Sonic Waves Saturday. This coming Saturday, we'll have with us Fire and Ice, metal band from the East Coast. We will be interviewing, so tune in for that. And we'll be stream sniping the council meeting next Tuesday. So let's see what else shall happen. Okay, that being said, everybody, thanks for jumping on, guys. Thanks for you people out there that tuned in tonight. Hit the like button. We appreciate it. And we will see you later.
Take care.
Punch the like button.